Hey, do you want to hear a story that's so pathetic that you will think better of yourself just because of how absurdly stupid it is? Like, genuinely, you probably won't even believe what I'm about to tell you. That counts as an intro, right? Surely. Oh, another thing to note, I am playing Dopey.
This was like one of my first games, and I just happened to queue into him.
Yeah. Anyway, on to the dumb stuff. A few months ago, I was hitting a bit of a wall. I wanted to keep like more of my videos so that I could compile them later into something in the future. But like my PC was literally dying from how much storage I was eating up. I don't even know what is taking up so much storage space. I only have Minecraft and Helldivers. The rest, I don't even know. Why? I have 1 TB of storage. Since I didn't want to go through the rigorous process of dismantling my PC and changing my SSD, I decided I should probably look for an external hard drive to store my videos. So, after a month of procrastination, I finally got onto Amazon to look for some hard drives. I wanted to get at least 1 TB of external storage, although it was a bit overkill, because I thought it was probably better to be safe than sorry. So, after finding a $80 1 TB hard drive, which was pretty good for the price, I proceeded to just close Amazon and forgot I ever needed it. Um, th- this was 3 months ago. Fast forward to a few days ago, I went to Malaysia to celebrate Chinese New Year with my grandparents. And during the trip, I finally remembered that I should probably get a hard drive here. It wouldn't exactly be cheaper, but I just needed to get it done now, cause if I didn't, I'd probably put it off to 2027. Conveniently, we happened to be going to a mall to watch a movie and do some shopping. The movie we ended up watching is called Mercy, but that's not what this video is about. So after the movie, my sister and I were allowed to wander around the mall to look for things we'd like to get. So I started walking around to look for a hard drive. After around 10 minutes of walking around this very big mall, I finally find a computer shop. It did take me a little bit to figure out where the hard drives were because I kept getting them confused with power banks. To be fair, you can't really blame me for that one because they are both rectangles with holes in them. And when I finally found them, I quickly left the shop to call my dad because I didn't have any money on me. Now, I left the shop because I did not want any store clerks approaching me while I was talking to my dad. Why? I'll get to that. My dad said he was coming. I told him the shop, like, serial number or something, and just waited outside. When he texted me and asked me if the hard drive here is cheaper than in Singapore, my home country. Since I didn't really check that, I decided to go back into the shop to check the prices, and as I was standing in front of the hard drives comparing the prices to like Amazon, because if you didn't know, 1 Singaporean dollar is equivalent to roughly 3 Malaysian ringgit, so typically buying stuff from Malaysia is more worth it than buying stuff from Singapore. As I am doing my research though, out of the corner of my eye, I see a store clerk notice me, and he starts walking towards me. I think, oh, maybe he just wants to pass me and I should probably move because it was like an aisle, so I was kind of blocking the way. So I give way to him, hoping that he just walks by and doesn't ask any questions. But to my absolute horror, the guy stops right in front of me. And I just start panicking. My dumbass was standing in front of something I wanted to buy with Amazon.sg open on my phone comparing prices while I had absolutely zero money on me. And instantly, my fight or flight response triggers. I very calmly turned around and walked off. I am not kidding when I say I could hear my own heartbeat. As I was collecting my thoughts and trying to calm down, I realized something. The store clerk was right freaking behind me. I keep walking, making U-turns around aisles while trying to look like I'm somewhat browsing through the shop stuff instead of, just walking away from a normal human being. But he just keeps following me. After I turn through like 3 aisles, I realize he's no longer within my peripheral vision. I think I'm finally safe. Then another thing catches my eye. I've been meaning to get a new mouse mat because the one I have is way too big and also has a lot of fur caught on it because my cat really likes to sit on my mouse pad for some reason. I don't know. So I crouched down to take a better look, and 2 seconds later, he is back! Just barely in my peripheral vision, I see him turn the corner, lock eyes with me, and start walking over. I'm not joking, I literally sprang up and left the store so fast. I genuinely think my heart rate was approaching the 160s. After taking a quick breather, I finally gained the mental capacity to walk back in and go to the hard drives. And 8 seconds of staring and comparing later, guess who shows up to my left? But this time, I was mentally prepared. This time, I'm not gonna run off. This time, and he speaks to me in Malay. Great. Thankfully, I somehow managed to get him to both repeat what he just said as well as talk to me in English. It was by taking off my earpieces and saying in clear English, "Excuse me?" Boom. Textbook normal human behavior. He then asked me if he can do anything to help. See? That wasn't so hard. I tell him, in quotations by the way, no, I'm fine, I'm just looking around. And in my head, I thought, I absolutely killed it. He would just leave me alone now. He goes, oh, okay. And just stands there. He just stands there. He doesn't even leave. Why? How? What the hell do I do? Dear God, your humble servant has arrived before you requesting your emergency assistance. Feeling his eyes staring into the depths of my soul, I decide to say something to break the looming awkward silence. I say that I'm considering getting this hard drive and point at like one of the hard drives in the aisle. But I also point to a second hard drive that costs the exact same price but looks different. They weren't exactly the same by design. It's not like just the same hard drive copy pasted with a different color. So I thought maybe there was like a port difference that I should be aware of. He takes them off the like magnetic lock thing, you know, when some markets that have like the hook and there's just a red lock on it or whatever. And he starts inspecting the back of the boxes to see if there were any differences. After a while, he concluded that there weren't any differences. They were just like two similar hard drives with just different designs, I guess. And then he doesn't put the hard drives back. And after 500 milliseconds, I realized something. I just told the store clerk that I was considering getting the hard drives. I said that. With no money on me. And now he was holding them before me like the red pill and blue pill meme from The Matrix. What the hell do I do? Sweating, shaking, and stuttering, I go, okay, thanks. And I just bolted out of the store, screaming at my dad in text. This is a medical emergency. A man just walked up to me and started talking. I need help. After around 4 minutes of rethinking all the decisions I made in the past 7 minutes and 39 seconds, my dad finally arrives and helps me get the hard drives. That's great to know. The store clerk only thought I blueballed him for 7 minutes after saying I'm considering getting this. I feel like that's the equivalent of going to the bathroom, putting toothpaste on a toothbrush and then just leaving it there. We pay for it and I finally get the hard drive that I procrastinated getting for over 6 months. Mission accomplished. After we pay, my dad stays behind a little longer to look at a few bags that were next to the counter. I think to myself, I might as well stay with him since I don't have much else to do. I've already got the one thing that I came here to get, which was the hard drive. So I stay in the shop and look around for anything else that caught my attention. As I am walking around, I see a very familiar looking individual appear in the corner of my eye. Hey dad, I'm just gonna go first. Bye! My dad asked me where am I going? In my head, I'm just screaming, away from here! But I say I don't know. I don't know if that's worse. Yeah, I need to get exercise or something. I don't have anything against the store clerk at all. Man was just doing his job, but I'm just not built for being a human being apparently. They didn't install the right software into my head for being good at social interaction. Anyway, that's all I had to say. Yep.
How is there still 4 more minutes of this run left? Well, actually it's not that bad. I'm pretty sure this was like close. It was a sub 11, that's all I know. I kind of forgot, this was a while ago. Also, hard drive update, it's in working condition, so that's kind of cool. I have an extra 930 gigabytes. I don't know why it's not 1 terabyte. There's probably some like system things to get over. Anyway, there are some things I want to like go over. Like, this was actually incredibly good pace, but I'm pretty sure I just don't hit the zero. Like, what is this end island? Actually, no, this is pretty cool. It's like a perfect way for my pearl to go. And then I miss a 97 pearl. I threw it over the tower. How is that even possible? And I just missed the block clutch as well. I'm so good at this game. I'm pretty sure that would have been a sub 10 if I just hit the zero. I had like plenty of beds. Did I have plenty? I have 4 beds actually. That's not that much. But like, it would have actually been pretty close to a PB too, not just sub 10. My PB is like 926, and that is with a looting 2 sword. I mean, there really isn't much to say about this. I'm just half bowing the crystal. I'm just half bowing while waiting for the dragon to purge. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna speed up the footage. Talk to you next time. Bye.